preprocessed directives. Yeah, if I write a simple, what happens? See this same. Write one example, guys. How to use this, right? Example for as shift conditional preprocessor directives, guys. Conditional preprocessor directive. See this. How to write, guys? As if 5 less than 2. Same like if guys we write if else. Write example, guys. 5 less than 2. Then printf follow. If it is true, then this will be executed, guys. If else, same all we write same this only. On first one, guys. Conditional preprocessor directive. Okay, either this or that, if or else part. If whenever it is true, then only it will be existed in the source code, guys, before compilation. అర్థమవుతుందా? Before compilation only the true or false తెలిసిపోతుంది కదా, then you can understand. Only variable constants only you can write, guys. Okay, where do you use exactly this? Okay, if you want to go to embedded systems, right, guys, see, if you want to learn embedded systems or embedded topic, right, all microcontroller related, microprocessor related, right, this topic is important. Okay, C is required, yes. See, if you want to go to MS also, C also required. If you want to learn software also, MS is required. Those who wants to go core jobs, EC and triple E people, we can go to the core jobs also. C is required. Okay, see, guys. Hash and if what is true? If 5 less than 2, 5 less than 2 false, right? This won't, it won't contain in the output, right? At compilation time only it removes this. Are you following what I have written? This text at compilation time only it doesn't contain. We write both if else, right? Either one part will be there in, right? No, not both two parts. Normally in embedded systems while writing 0 or 1 only, both conditions will be there. Whether it is 0, one condition, whether if it is a 1, other condition, that's all. Okay, on or off conditions only will be there. If it is off, else part, right? If else, guys, next. And if we write no parenthesis, guys, no parenthesis, just we write ash. This is ash starting, ash in the closing. Next, if else, guys, how to write if else? See this. We write if else like this. Whenever if it is true, print a, right? Then we can write like this. If it is true, then print a. If else, now if it is false, write print x something. Simple conditions. I don't want to complicate. Simply I am writing. See this. If else, either if and else. If else, parenthesis also we can write. If hash if 5 greater than 2, this one, else either it or this. Only one line contains in the code, guys. Printf of x contains. No, that other code. Before compilation, what happens? Pre-processing will happen, right? Only one x will be this line only it contains. Are you following? Only this line contains, not all the lines. Whatever the true is contain or true or false. If true, this will contain, this code will contain. If it is false, this code contains. This preprocessor directives before, right? Manoj Kumar. Just we are printing the text, man. Printf of x means text will be printed. Completed. If else is we write like this. Hash if 5 greater than 2, else. If you want to write else if, else if we write, guys. Next one. Okay. Else if next one. That is a boundaries. That is a boundary of if else. Okay, what is the end if use? End if means it's a boundary of for this, for if else. We right, we are not writing parentheses, right? We represent with end if. Yeah, okay. I want to execute and I want to show you guys. This one, 5 greater than C is asking to execute. What it contains, guys? Before compilation, what happens? See, guys, I want to save this. Now I'm saving this. Once compile and execute it, guys, right? See, once save. GPR is 2 dot. I will press. GPR is 2 dot. C. I'm saving as gprec2.c. Save this. Can I open the text? I will open the text. gprec2. This is our code, right? But after pre-processing, what happens? I will do pre-processing, guys. How to do pre-processing? Do it once. CPP. Now I am doing gprec2.c. Now do pre-processing. I have done pre-processing. After pre-processing, your code converted to, see this, gprec2 converted to, see this. What it contains? Only this. 5 is greater than 2. Only it contains this. You understood? This code only converted. What is the else part use, right? That that is removed, right? Either this or that condition. Right? Only if condition or else condition. It contains if or else condition. If or else condition contains only it can. You understood, right? Gayatri, Raja Gayatri. Completed. Next, if else, guys. If else. If else if we write, see this same, guys. How to write if else if? Just for syntax, guys. Only for your understanding. Print a, right? Only for syntax only, guys. Else if print x or else finally print something z or something. Okay. See this, guys. Just for syntax only. If else if, how to write? Using macros. If 2 greater than 5, else if, in else if what we write? Elif 2 less than 5, printf of x, no parenthesis required. Okay, hatch else, this is closed, else if closed till here, printf of z. Next one, guys, completed. Next, guys, hash if def and if and def, guys. I'll show you if def and if and def. See this, hash if def and hash if and def. Next one, guys, hash if def, hash if def, right? What is the meaning of this? If defined, it is true. As if and def, if not defined, if macro is defined, it is true. If macro is not defined, okay. If defined means what? If macro is defined, if macro is not defined, it is true. Okay. If defined and if defined, if not defined. If macro is defined, it is true, right? If macro is defined, it is true. If macro is not defined, it is true, guys. If def and if and def, guys. These are two are called macro testing preprocessor directives. These two are called macro testing preprocessor directives. Macro testing preprocessor directive. What is the use of this? Whether macros are defined or not, we can find out. Okay, if it is defined, print something. Okay, how to write, guys? If def and if and def. One example for if def, if and def. See this. If def, as if def, macro testing preprocessor directive. If defined and if not defined. If macro is defined, it is true. If macro is not defined, it is true. If macro is defined, it is true. Okay. If macro is not defined, it is true. Yeah, guys. How to write? See this. Now I want to write hash if def, right? See this, guy. Now I want to print a message, one message. What I want to write, guys? Printf welcome. When should I want to print a message? This message. I want to print some text. I want to execute some code. Yeah. If test one macro, I will write. If the test is macro is defined. Yes. If def test. If test is defined, display this message. Okay. Welcome. Hash in def. Macro defined a test. There is no test, right? Now this text won't be displayed. Once check it. What is the output? Nothing is the output. Okay. Macro is not defined. Okay. Now I'll define the as defined test. Test is what? 10. Macro defined. Yes. Macro defined. Run once. Yeah, then it is true. Okay. Now same. Yeah, if not def, guys. If not def. For example, if and def. Now I am writing both at a time. See this. If not def. Macro defined, right? Then it is false. Now it won't show anything. Now I'll comment this. Comment this not defined. Then it is true. Welcome will be printed. If defined, if not def, right? Both. Okay. If defined, what happens, guys? If not defined, what happens? If def test, yeah, same we can write here. Hash. If not def test. If def test and if not def test. Next, guys, undef is what is the use of undef, guys? Undef. It removes the macro scope. Next one, guys. It removes the macro scope. Right, guys? Next one. Hash undef. Okay, it is easy to remove macro scope. Macro scope. Yeah. What is syntax? See this. What is syntax? Nothing, guys. Hash undef macro. We have to write macro name. That's all. It is easy to remove macro scope. Okay. Hash define is for defining. Hash undef is to removing. Yeah, guys. Once see this hash undef. For example, guys. Now test, right? Test macro is defined. I want to display the test or some other way, a value. See this. Now this is what? Test or A. Now I am declaring A, guys. Can I write A? A is a macro. Macro is defined. Can I use that macro? Yes, guys. Use that macro. I am using that macro. Printf of %id. What is the macro? A. Can I print A value? Yes. What is A? 10. 10 value will be printed. It replaces. Yeah, remove that scope. How to remove the scope, guys? Undef A. I'm removing. Can I print once again, guys? Hash undef series. Again, percentile A. That removes, right? Here it is removed. Can I print? Now it gives the error, guys. Once compile, error. Undefined macro. See this. That is symbol A. Because it is previously it is valid. Whenever you remove, it won't show this output. Okay, write this, guys. Undef is for removing. Right click